Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 7th of October. This week begins with the Sun, Venus and Mars all in the sign of Libra, which is very much to do with relating. But late last week there was a rather stern quarter moon and the energy of Saturn still spills into this week. This is asking us to take our relationships really seriously. But with Mars and Uranus in a tense quincunx, it's possible we could encounter someone who wants to push to get their way, even if it's not right for us. But from Wednesday, Venus makes its way to join with Mercury into the deep and passionate sign of Scorpio. This can be a trigger of an improvement around shared finances, or perhaps a more sensual dimension to a close relationship. If you meet someone new in the second half of this week, and this person has got kind of mesmeric, quite intense personality, you could find yourself really fascinated. But equally, Venus going opposite Uranus can pull people apart in a tie which is not working quite so well. Which brings us to the full moon, which occurs on Sunday in the sign of Aries. So if there is any kind of chink in a close alliance, it's likely to be revealed at this time. Now, this is partly because Pluto is going to be squaring up to this particular full moon, which will bring the power dynamic back into play that was influenced by that quarter moon. But fortunately, the Sun is forging a gorgeous angle to Jupiter, and Jupiter actually forges a semi-sextile to Pluto for the whole of this week. So all of this is saying that we need to be as open-minded as possible about our resources, financial situations, our relationships, but also in terms of exchanging our views. So if there is something that does need to be brought out into the light on the back of this particular full moon, if we can make sure that we're listening carefully, there's much greater chance to improve things or perhaps meet someone who can be very special indeed. Your specific forecast, Capricorn, shows that with the Sun, Mars and initially Venus right at the top of your situation, this can be a week of progress when it comes to key goals and aims. But with Mercury in opposition to Uranus, the more inventive and creative you can be and embrace perhaps less trodden paths, the more you can make progress. Venus moves into this area later in the week, and this is an opportunity to boost your social interactions and to network. It too goes into an opposition with Uranus, suggesting that there could be some surprises. If you're single, you could have an instant connection to someone who really takes your fancy. But in an existing relationship, it's a call to create more excitement and to reinvigorate the tie, especially if it has become a little bit predictable. As the full moon occurs, it is asking you to think about classic work-life balance. But there is a delicious angle between the Sun and Jupiter, which suggests that something you've been working on behind the scenes for quite a while could come to fruition really well. But with Pluto in your sign in the mix, there is also the possibility for some kind of tetchiness with a person who may want to get their way just when you're in full stride. And this is probably all about creating firmer boundaries. If you'd like to order your year 2020 personal horoscope based on your time, date and place of birth, please click the link beneath this video. You can get the rest of this year free and 30% off. But for now, good luck and goodbye.